full of stuff here to try. Most of this is from Ulta. Some of this is from Amazon. We're going to be trying these very cheap powder puffs that are triangular, and this concealer from Catrice. And then we have the Harry Potter palette from ColourPop, as well as 2 new lipsticks. Well, a lipstick and a gloss, a cream bronzing product, and a new powder foundation. So, la-ti-da, let's get started. I did already prime my face, and since we're going in with a powder foundation, I did It Cosmetics lotion, did some Revolution Line Fix Under Eye Primer, and the e.l.f. Plus Glow Radiant Moisturizer. So really moisturize. Look, I spilled glitter, and I was trying to clean it up, and now I have blue glitter all over my face. And then I went ahead and did my brows as well, and I just used this little palette from e.l.f. Alright, we're going to go ahead and jump into eyes first. Now, this palette, well, let me tell you, I did also already prime with Profusion Pigment Base in Neutral. So this palette, I actually played with this quite a bit on my little mannequin. I think I actually still have it on here. And I did 4 eye looks, one basically for each house. So I will pop those up for you. But here is Slytherin. And the glitter is from Mamacita Cosmetics. But yeah, I did 4 looks, one for each house. That was really fun. I actually did the live on Instagram of me doing the one for Hufflepuff because I'm a Hufflepuff. So that was kind of the extreme. So what I want to do today is show you how you can use this palette, or hopefully how we can use this palette for everyday makeup. Look at this carton, like the unicarton. I can't get rid of it. I just love it. Okay, so let's pop this open. It does come with the plastic sleeve. It has the Hogwarts crest right here. And then here's what the palette looks like. So, if you look, it kind of looks like the Marauders map with the little footprints. The names of the palette, or excuse me, the names of the shadows is really, they did good. We've got Elder Wand, Hungarian Horntail, Sorting Hat, Dementor, Slytherin, Nimbus 2000, Great Hall, Gillyweed, Enchanted Keys, Patronus, Forbidden Forest, which is just like this really beautiful glitter, Ravenclaw, Mandrake, Invisibility Cloak, which is like got these 3 colors in it, Butterbeer, Gryffindor, Pumpkin Juice, Golden Snitch, Hufflepuff, Whomping Willow, Lumos, Floating Candles, Marauders Map, Liquid Luck. Honestly, the names, they really couldn't have done better with the names, in my opinion. Now, the only issue, well, not the only issue, but one of the issues I have is that we have Slytherin here, Ravenclaw here, Gryffindor here. Why didn't they put Hufflepuff down here and put Pumpkin Juice up there? It would have been totally fine. So that aggravates me. But also, these 3 are mattes, but then Ravenclaw is this almost matte with a glitter in it. But once you actually apply it, the majority of the glitter disappears. So, just, everything fell. I just wish that they had, I don't know, I wish they had stuck to continuity and kept them all matte and put them all at the bottom. Because it just bugs me. It just bugs me. Hungarian Horntail is beautiful. I like that they have Enchanted Keys and Marauders Map. These 2 browns, but they're 2 different tones. We have like a cool tone and a warm tone. They also really did that for Great Hall and Mandrake. So Great Hall is very cool toned, whereas Mandrake almost has a reddish undertone. So again, cool and warm undertones. That was very smart of them. They also did the same with Sorting Hat and Elder Wand. So Sorting Hat is much more warm than Elder Wand. So you've got some of those basic neutrals that you can work either warm or cool tone. Now, like I said, I wish they had kept all of the house colors just mattes. Like, that would have made me happy. So let me swatch the actual house colors. So here we have the house colors. I will say I'm not super thrilled with Hufflepuff. I wish it had more impact, which when I did my eye look for Hufflepuff, I did end up using some of these shades from Honey from Colourpop. Like, I would have much rather seen this shade, which is more, I guess it depends on what you want, but I would have rather seen this more punchy yellow than this kind of muted yellow. But that's just me. Absolutely love pumpkin juice and liquid luck. Look at those. Oh, look at pumpkin juice. Absolutely love that. Butterbeer and golden snitch. Absolutely beautiful. And even this Nimbus 2000 has like this green gold shift. Super, super, super pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do a very everyday look, whereas my four faces that I did, the four faces that I did were much more extreme, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm going to pop into Whomping Willow. I happened to run across this when I was at the store, and there was only 3 left, and I was like, side note, so I have this tinsel in my hair. The other day I was at my grandma's, and she's like, have you been painting? And I was like, no, why? She said, you have silver in your hair. And I was like, oh, that's my tinsel. And she's like, your what? I said, my tinsel. I won't dye my hair anymore, so if I want a little bit of, you know, flair, I put tinsel in my hair. She just laughed at me. So my face is so slick and lotiony because I wanted to make sure that I had a proper base for the powder foundation that we're going to try. This Whomping Willow shade is beautiful. It's definitely a warm toned, and it is blending excellently. Right above that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Hufflepuff. So just a little bit of this more muted yellow color, and just blend out the top of Whomping Willow. And then in the outer corner, I'm going to build it up with a little bit of a mandrake. Then on the lid, I really want to go in with pumpkin juice. So I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue. I think I'm going to put pumpkin juice on the inner and outer, and then a little bit of liquid luck down the center. This is the second one I've had that they break right at the tip of the nozzle. Second one I've bought that has done that, so they need to figure that out. Okay, now take a flat brush, tap into that shade pumpkin juice. Then we're gonna take some liquid luck. I'm gonna go take my brush back into Whomping Willow and just kind of do windshield wiper, blend over the top of what we just did. The pumpkin juice is definitely coming off much warmer on camera than in real life. I think I need to take just a little bit of Hufflepuff here. I think what I'm going to do is take some of the shade. I think I'm going to go in with Mandrake again, because Great Hall would be, or maybe Gryffindor. I think I'm going to take some of the shade Gryffindor on a flat brush and use it as my eyeliner. I'm going to take some of this red. I'm going to spray it. I'm just going to put this as eyeliner. Oh, I got it a little too wet. Like, there's not a big difference, but it does make my lash line look a little bit fuller. I picked up a new mascara. I wanted to try it against my old one. Alright, so we're going to test this, because sometimes mascaras actually do better after they've had time to dry out. So on this eye, we're going to go in with the brand new one. Oh, brand new. Ow. Just stabbed myself. Honestly, working very well. So that's the brand new one. Now on this side, let's go in with the one that I've been using that's a little more dried out, a little less wet. Nope, I like the new one. It's less clumpy. The only thing I can tell you is the old one gives a little bit more curl. Not a lot at all, but they're definitely like straight versus up a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying? So let me add a little bit of the old one over here. Ooh, let me add a little bit of new one to the other side. Maybe that's the trick, is having one old and one new. I don't know, they both do well. The older one clumps but gives a little bit of a, while the newer one is much easier to glide. Regardless, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. All right, so let's go ahead and work on some concealer because, like I said, we have a powder foundation. For concealer, we're going to be trying out the Catrice True Skin High Cover Concealer. This was raved about by, I want to say, Taupe. This is in the shade 002 Neutral Ivory. I'm also going to use this to bring a little brightness, coverage to some of my redder spots before we go in with the powder. I can't talk today. I'm having a very hard time. Try to get it around my nose. I like this sponge. I like this sponge for that. It's from Profusion. I can like right around. I'm going to take my finger and spread this out. It's definitely drying a little faster than I would have liked, and it's a little more yellow. Like, it's supposed to be neutral, but I'm seeing quite a bit of yellow. Why does that look so good? It's brightened and it looks nice. Okay, so let's go in with some e.l.f. Halo Glow. I'm not going to use the powder foundation under my eyes. I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster. So we're going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and we're going to try one of these little powder puffs. Let's see how this does. That looks so good. Darkened it up a little bit, but I think that's the e.l.f., obviously. I don't think e.l.f. and this Catrice are necessarily the best matches. It doesn't look bad, but it did take away some of that brightness. So next time I try this, I will try it with a different powder because I don't think that worked the best. Now what we are going to do is go ahead and put on this cream bronzer. This is from Revolution. This is the Ultra Cream Bronzer in Light. I'm wondering if maybe they had a fair. I'm very curious. Hold on. Okay, no, they do not have a fair. They have light, medium, dark, and deep. And it retails for $8. So here's what light is looking like under the lip. Wow, it's a lot more pigmented than I anticipated. Probably should use a mirror, not my viewfinder here. That's a lot more pigmented than I anticipated. So now I'm going to take this brush from KVD. Hi, baby.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing in here? We're leaving here in a little bit. You're supposed to be on the other side of that door. That's why it's closed. Let me get finished ready, and then I'm going to go find you clothes, okay? You're all right. When I'm done, I'm going to come find you clothes because you're going with me. This has an odd smell. It's not bad, but it's odd. All right, so let's go ahead and blend this out. I'm going to use a different sponge. I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk sponge. It's just a little bit bouncier. I can't figure out the smell. It's blending in wonderfully. Do I like this more than the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer? That looks beautiful. I think I like that more than the e.l.f. Putty. And that was only $8, so the e.l.f. Putty is like $6. Oh, this worked well too. No issues with that. I think that worked just fine. Yeah, I really like that. Let's go ahead and do some blush as well. I'm going to take, let's do Profusion. This is the Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush in Mai Tai. Alright, did y'all watch the last episode of House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra's wedding? If you haven't, spoilers. Does Viserys have grayscale? Because his arm did not look the best. I don't know. Grayscale gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, they can put the leeches and stuff out or whatever, but when they start showing people with grayscale, it seriously makes me kind of sick to my stomach. Anyway, Yeah, what's going on with him? We're going to do a little Flowery Spotlight Liquid Highlighter. My arm's cramping. No. I'm so... My whole body is cramping up. I got off the couch earlier and my leg just... back of my leg was gone. Talk about Sir Harwin Strong. Love his character. Probably because it reminds me of my husband. Ow. So of course I'm like... instantly he's my favorite. He reminds me of my hubby. The highlighter is way too dark. Unfortunately, I really wanted to like it. This is in the shade Gleam. I wanted Opal, but they didn't have it in stock. And it is giving me a gray cast. Okay, so now that we have all the cream products on, let's go ahead and try the Essence 16 Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. This is in 01 Porcelain. I do believe this is the lightest shade. It came with this sponge, but we're going to go ahead and pass on that. And I'm going to use this brush from Smashbox, their powder foundation brush. So let's swatch it. It's very smooth. Color actually seems decent. So there we go. Not seeing a lot of coverage. Let's see if we can build it up a little bit. I can still see those spots. Let's see what's going to do on top of our cream products. I don't know how I feel about this. I think I'm going to try this round kabuki brush. Let's see what this does on the other side. That's making it look a little too dry, like it's putting it on a little too densely. So yeah, we're going to stick with this brush. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what I think. My favorite powder foundation is the Maybelline. No, the L'Oreal Infallible. That's my favorite powder foundation that I cannot seem to find at the moment, but it is. Just trust me. It's my favorite. Don't know how I feel about this. It's not bad. I'm just not blown away. I think really the test will have to be how it wears. I think blush, I'm okay. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of bronzer. I'm going to go with the Milani. And then we're going to try out this lipstick and lip gloss. Both of them are from NYX. Happened to see them when I walked into Ulta when I flung myself at the ColourPop display to get the palette, which we also need to finish the lower lash line. So I think this, I'm going to end up testing it against the L'Oreal, and then I'll let you know my final thoughts. It's not bad by any means. Really good price. It is, everything's down. I just don't know. Like I said, I think we'll have to see how it wears throughout the day. Okay, so this lip. This is the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream. Now, when I tried this, it reminded me of the ColourPop Luxe Velvets. So let me put this on half, and then I'm going to compare it to the ColourPop, because to me the formulas were, I don't know, like I said, when I first tried it, I was like, oh, that reminds me of the ColourPop. So let's test it out. These are not going to be the same color, but as far as color, this one is Velvet Rose from I keep saying Maybelline, from NYX. Okay, do you see what I mean? I know I use my finger, but it's like blurring. So I'm going to go in with this one. It's a banger. It's going to be a lot more red. And I just want to see if what I'm thinking is correct. Yeah. Okay, I was right. Look. See how my lip looks almost blurred on both sides? So these formulas are very similar. So the Smooth Whip from NYX and the Luxe Velvet from ColourPop, very similar in formula. And this was one of my favorites, so it's no shocker that I actually really like this NYX one. Okay, so now for the gloss. This is Milky Gloss Strawberry Horchata. Ooh, there's what that looks like. Well, Daddy, does Daddy know? Yeah. I don't know. You'll have to ask.
But Daddy,
I'll be out in just a few minutes. I'm almost done. Go on, cutie. Can't handle it. That gloss is nice. Really nice finish. And it's not like a clumpy or sticky gloss. It's a very comfortable wear. So definitely both of those are a win. Let's go ahead and finish this lower lash line. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to take a little bit of Gryffindor. If I can find that same brush. I'm going to take a little bit of Gryffindor right at the lash line. Like very close, very thin little brush here. Then I'm going to take a little bit thicker brush, not by much. So here's what I went in with for Gryffindor. And here's what I'm going to go in with now. And I think I'm going to take some pumpkin juice. Even though it's got that little bit of glitter in it, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, and then for the inner corner, again, we're going to do floating candles. Some lower lash mascara. Like I said, I just can't get rid of this Unicorn, and I just love it. All right, and here we have the finished face. Maybe I do need a little bit more blush. I'm not quite sure. Love the eyeshadow palette, and I think we've definitely seen now how it can be used for an everyday look versus, you know, like very specific focused looks. Definitely love the NYX, this soft whip, or smooth whip, I should say. Very good formula. The powder foundation, like I said, we'll have to see how it wears. Very shocked by the concealer. Really shocked at how well I liked it. I'm definitely going to see how it wears throughout the day, but like I said, I need to try it again without the e.l.f. powder because that just wasn't the right combination. So a quick update on the makeup. The eyeshadow wore well. Like, I'm not surprised at ColourPop's formula. It's honestly one of my favorites. The concealer honestly wore so much better than I anticipated. Like I said, next time I try it, I would not use the e.l.f. But honestly, it looks great. It did not crack. It doesn't look dry. It still looks good. So definitely a concealer worth checking out. This bronzer is fabulous. Seriously, there's something about it. Still trying to figure out the smell, but there's something about this formula that is very, very nice. Honestly, I prefer it to the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And that blew up. Like, this is almost comparable to my Fenty. I'm trying to find it. Probably not in color. This is a little creamier. Honestly, you can't even tell the difference. I mean, I know which one's which. Y'all, that is a spot on dupe. I mean, color and everything. So this is Butter Biscuit from Fenty, their cream freestyle bronzer. And this is the Revolution in Ultra Cream Bronze Light. You literally cannot tell the difference. There's no way to differentiate. We just found a drugstore dupe, $8, versus this high-end product from Fenty. This is absolutely a dupe. Now, I can't speak for the other shades as far as what they may dupe from this Fenty, but the formula, that is seriously, I cannot tell a difference. Like, if I didn't swatch them and know which one was which, I could not tell you the difference between the two. Now let's talk about the 16-hour powder foundation. I don't feel like it has given me a ton of coverage. Like, look at my chin. It's pretty red. However, my face does not look dry. Now, part of that may be to the extensive prep that I went through, making sure that my face was highly, highly moisturized prior to using this powder foundation. So definitely, if you're going to try it, make sure you moisturize. Prep your skin. But it's not crackly around my nose. It looks fine in between my eyebrows. It didn't settle. So on that account, it did really well. So like I said, I think the key to that is prep, and can't believe this bronzer. That was just a total happenstance, stumble upon discovery. So Let me know all your thoughts and comments down below. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.